Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. As I record this, it is 5:57 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just turned to 5:58 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means that at the time I'm recording this, less than 1 minute from now, the Flare token is going to be airdropped. It's finally going to happen. So by the time you're watching this video, it presumably has occurred. And I don't know about you guys, but I am really very sincerely looking forward to this. Like, just to me personally, assuming that this thing is as promised as it's being touted, there's an opportunity that not just for XRP owners, not just that XRP is going to be life changing for us, but also the Flare token. And I'll explain why I'm saying that. And I hope it doesn't sound like I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself. And I know when we're in a bear market like this, sometimes people start rolling their eyes when you start talking about stuff like this. But I think it's reasonable to presume that we may very well see such a situation. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And actually, lately, I know, like, technically within the last X number of hours, crypto seems to be slightly down, but things have been looking a bit better lately. I saw Bitcoin above 17,300. XRP was a bit over 35 cents. Songbird token was pumping recently. You got the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 25 out of 100, so people are still in extreme fear. But not your boy Moon Family Sedan. I'm definitely not fearful in the least. Now, as far as the Flare token goes, understand at the time I'm recording this, the Flare token, previously known as Spark, it has been rebranded in case you hadn't heard. The Flare token, as I record this, is actually worth exactly $0. How is it worth $0? Well, because it hasn't, well, I guess now it's 6 p.m. now. So now it's been, I'm presuming the airdrop went through. It's been a minute, all right? It's out there, but unless it's immediately live and trading on an exchange right this second, which I doubt it literally happened that quickly, then humans haven't allowed it to enter price discovery yet. So it's literally worth $0.00. Now, there is the Flare IOU that's been trading on BitTrue, and it may have been on another exchange too. Or maybe it is just BitTrue at this point. I thought there were two different ones, two different exchanges trading it. And interestingly enough, leading up to the actual launch of Flare, the Flare IOU on BitTrue has just been tanking, which is it's kind of interesting. But this was never a real price anyway. I'm just looking forward to see what happens when we do get into bull territory again. Because consider this, and I'm one of the people that's just going to hold on to this damn thing, and if it never becomes something fine, then I'll just write it to zero again. But you know, the Genesis token supply, and this is the official Flare website here. The Genesis token supply, max supply, 100 billion Flare tokens. And I'm not going to pretend to be fully informed on all things Flare. I'm going to be doing more research. It's been something that's kind of been for most people, including myself, like in the back of my mind. It's been discussed from time to time, but now that's actually here, I'm going to begin looking into it further again. So I'm not going to pretend to have all of the specifics about tokenomics memorized or anything like that, but max supply of 100 billion, just like XRP. Look, if we believe that XRP itself, and I sure as hell do believe this, is going to hit a new all-time high, and it doesn't seem wild to think that XRP may at some point in the future, even during the next bull cycle, go to $5, $10 each, if not higher, because there's barely any humans in XRP. It doesn't take that much money flowing in to get stuff really rolling here. Well, why couldn't we see a similar price action at some unknown point in the future with Flare specifically? It seems strikingly similar here. And of course, I wouldn't anticipate necessarily that Flare would hit it at the same time as XRP. XRP's a way bigger market cap than Flare will in the early days, I'm sure. But even so, I'm just sitting here thinking, if XRP is truly going to be life-changing for so many people, as I think most of us believe it really could be, and it already has been for many people, well, why couldn't that necessarily be true here? And so for all the crap that we've had to go through as a community with the stupid Bitcoin maxi trolls out there saying the nonsense that they're saying, you've got the Max Kaisers out there, the Michael Saylors saying crap and wishing the worst for XRP, thrilled that the SEC is attacking, all of that. XRP effectively getting sued into oblivion by the SEC because it literally is being attacked and not just Ripple's being attacked. So despite all of that, my gosh, there's so much to look forward to, and it's like if we're really going to have ridiculous life-changing wealth from XRP, which I really do firmly believe is possible, we'll see what happens. Nothing's guaranteed. I know that. Well, you could get it double with the Flare token, and like I understand that if not everybody has this to look forward to. Some people didn't jump into XRP until after the December 2020 snapshot date, but for everybody that had XRP on that date, you should be receiving it. But even so, like for instance, I saw a tweet from attorney Jeremy Hogan, and he was noting that he didn't purchase XRP until slightly after the snapshot date. I think it was for him, it was in January of 2021, right before Coinbase took it off their platform, halted trading anyway. And even so, I don't know what the price is going to be as soon as we enter true price discovery for the Flare token, but people are going to figure it out. And my suspicion is that out the gate, is not going to be worth that much. So for those that want, and I'm not telling anybody to buy it or not buy it, I don't care, you do whatever you want. I'm just supposing that in the early days here, once there's some price discovery getting figured out right out the gate here, I wouldn't assume that the Flare token is going to be worth much. But I'm looking forward to when we actually have another damn bull market. What's going to happen then? Because the whole thing moves in tandem. And if it's possible with this type of supply for XRP, as it already hit $4 back in 2018, beginning of 2018, why can't you see it for a coin like this? And I do think that's possible. So that's why for me, I'm going to happily hold and just see what the hell happens with this. But it's actually really here. Now, the other thing to consider is that we're not getting the full, for those of you that are getting the airdrop, you're only getting 15% today. And then the other 85% is going to be distributed over a span of 36 months. And we actually don't have all the specifics on what that's going to look like because the community's, the Flare community is going to determine that. And I can talk about that more in a separate video, but either way, who freaking cares? This is fantastic stuff. Oh, and also, for those of you who had your XRP on Celsius during the snapshot, potentially good news here. Attorney John Deaton shared the following. Hashtag XRP holders. Please be advised that crypto law received the below motion for XRP holders who had their XRP on Celsius on the day of the snapshot will hopefully receive the airdrop. And he shared these two pages of legal document. Just pause if you want to read them. I'm not going to read them for the sake of this video, but I did want to provide that for those of you that do care to read. That's the first page. And here is the second page. And so, as I'm sure you'll recall, Celsius is the lending platform. So you'd hand over the keys to your crypto, and then they promise to get you whatever percentage in terms of returns for handing over the keys to your crypto. But after the Luna collapse, there was the contagion that spread. And I'm sure most of you will recall that Celsius went under, unfortunately, which is extra bad for XRP holders because we're counting on them many people were counting on them for the airdrop. I've never used Celsius, and I just have self-custody, so I don't have to worry about that. But a lot of you out there do have to worry about that, and I'm nothing but sympathetic. It's horrible that happened, but there's a possibility you are going to be taken care of in the future. So, my gosh, I understand people out there feel down and beaten and this or that, but I really, really don't. Like, I am super excited to be here literally every single day because I know things are going to turn around at some point, and maybe we've already seen the bottom. Just like when we saw the bottom for the last the previous cycle back in 2018, several years ago. Well, the bottom hit December 15th, 2018, and Bitcoin was around $3,200 if memory serves. And we didn't know that was the bottom when it happened. Weeks passed and people are still feeling down and mopey and all that. And I just launched my YouTube channel. I was thrilled to be there then too. I was like, yeah, I understand. A bear market's a bear market, but then things get better eventually. And they sure as hell did. You saw Bitcoin ramp up, from that $3,200 low up to $70,000. I lived through that. You guys got to live through that. That's not the end of the story. It's going to be worth way more in the future. And then you're going to see similarly incredible price action for XRP, and I think for the Flare token as well. And so I hope there's success in terms of utility and long-term viability. I'm optimistic for that. But even if you're just talking about for the next market cycle, stuff moves in tandem here. And outside of cryptocurrency forks, like there's been Bitcoin forks, obviously. Outside of airdrops resulting from that, as to my knowledge, this is the largest airdrop in history. It's unprecedented. There's never been another airdrop with this level of support. Over 100 exchanges supporting it right at the gate. This isn't some sort of fly-by-night airdrop. This isn't some little entity. This is something that has the potential to be worth a fortune if things go right. And it's not guaranteed, but we'll see. And so that's why even for you XRP holders out there, like I said, that aren't getting any for free if you didn't hold XRP during the snapshot date, December of 2020, there's an opportunity to get it very cheap. So again, you do or don't do whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just sharing some thoughts on this. That's all. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.